Alright, so you're welcome to this training again. Here we're going to install a fresh website. So if you want to install any fresh website, the first thing is you get a domain and hosting. But we have already gotten that. We've gotten the hosting and domain name. So what we want to do is that you go to your hosting. So for my hosting, I'll just go to sholamatthew/cpanel. That's the cpanel they are going to give to you too. So your cpanel is going to carry your um, domain name slash cpanel. For this one, they can also give you a link like this, right? And all you need to do is just to log in. Okay, so this is my password, and this is my username, and this is my password. So I'm just going to log in. So you go down. If you've bought your domain name and hosted, right, from the same, for example, I'm using Namecheap. If you bought your domain name and hosting from Namecheap, automatically the domain name is going to be administered to it. So all you need to do is just go and install it. So what I want to do right now is to go to you just search for Subtaculous apps installer. Sometimes it might be like this, right? So you just click on the plus to open it, right? So you go to WordPress because that's what we want to use now. So click on WordPress. When you get to WordPress, you click on install now. Then you look for that domain name. For this one, what we want to install is on Tribe. This Tribe Consortium. It's actually a mistaken name, so but that's what we're going to use. Okay. So as you can see, this one is having HTTPS, and it does not complain that it does not have any problem with it. So, but sometimes this thing can complain and say there is no valid SSL certificate found. So all you need to do is to change it to HTTP. But because we already have a valid certificate, so we'll go to HTTPS. Okay. Now make sure if there is anything here, make sure you delete it because except you probably want to install another website on this domain name. Maybe you want it to install on maybe WP, for example. So if you type HTTPS, right, or you type thriveconsortium.org, the website will not go until you put /WP before anybody can see the website. So that is why this place has to be left empty if you are building this website for the first time. Okay, but maybe you want to create another blog or another website for your blog. You can now come here and put the maybe blog. So it's now be /blog, right? But and that will be a separate website. Okay, but there is a way you can even embed the same blog and website, by just creating a page on your website. But this is just another way to create a blog that is a separate blog from your website. Okay, so next thing you want to do is you come here, you can name it, say let me call it my testing website. All right, and the next one I'm gonna put okay, this is just a test. Okay, and then here I can put maybe Shola Matthew. You can add people with time. So this one I'm just gonna copy this because it's very strong. I will change it later on. So I'm gonna paste it somewhere here. Okay, excuse me. I'm gonna paste it somewhere here, and then for reference. So this one, make sure that you change this email, right? This email is a default email, and make sure that you change that email, except you want to go and create an email like this, because if you miss maybe a password and you want to recover it, if this email is not available, they will not be able to send you your password. So that's why you change it to your current email. So I'm just going to do it. Next, you go to install, right? You can actually choose any of these themes, but we're going to be using a different theme, so I don't want to do that. So just go to install. So within seconds, you know, you've already installed a website that is ready to be used. So what I want to do is, this is the URL to the website. I'll just open it in the new tab. Can you see this website is already open right now? So let me even see that ima dot. Let me see another thing, because we created a subdomain the other time. Maybe it should work by now. Ima dot. Okay, this isn't reachable for now. So this is the website now, right? But this is not really looking good. So what you want to do is, this particular URL that you're looking at is what we call the administrative URL, or the back end. So you click on it, you open it. So if you want to go to the URL anytime, just type this URL. Okay, type the name of your website /wp-admin. That is how to access this particular URL. So it's actually loading, because this is not looking good at all, right? This is a default thing by WordPress. As you can see, we have the name of the website, my testing website, and then we have this is just a test. All right, so this is still loading. I think I should just pause this video pending the time that it finishes loading, then I'll continue from there. Okay, so this is the back end. It just finished loading, and the same update. These are some of the things that you're going to see. So we're going to take all of those things one after the other. But then this is just where you create blog posts. Maybe you want to post something, news update about your company, or you want to create a blog. This is where you'll be posting it. And as you can see, this place, that is the first thing that is here, hello world. So this is it. Then here is where you upload maybe files like music or pictures, videos, and all of that. But one pro advice is never upload your files like videos and audios here, because it's going to chop up your memory and it's going to make your website to be slow. So what you do is that upload on YouTube, Vimeo, or any other platform, then you come and embed it in the page that you want it to be. Then the next one is pages, right? So this is where you post things like about us, home page, maybe you have any other offer like contact us, and so on and so forth, right? Then here, comment. This is, if people make any comment, you're going to see it here. As you can see, this is the sample comment, right? Appearance. This is where you change, the way your blog looks like. For example, let me quickly change something here. So if you click on activate this plugin, right? This is the way the website looks like, right? So, but now it is activated. Let us look at the way it will look like now. You just refresh it, and then you click on refresh. Can you see now? So this is just the way to change the way a website looks. All right. So that is that about the theme. Then you can come and add another theme here. Maybe you want to change another theme, or you want to upload a new one, or you can search from this place and then use the one you like, right? So here, this is customize, right? Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is where you can customize the way your theme looks like. Maybe you want to change the font, the color, and so on and so forth. That is where you do that. Can you see? So you can come and change it. Depending on the type of theme you are using, you have additional functions here, depending on the type of theme you are using. Right? So let us go back. Let's go back. Then here, widget, right? Now, the widget is very important, especially if you are blogging. Like all of these things here are widgets. Recent post is a widget. Recent comment is a widget. So things in the sidebar or below here, these are widgets. For example, we have widgets on the footer menu here. We have, and the footer we have widgets here. So this is another widget, right? So that is where you create and add those widgets. Then header, theme editor, you can edit the theme there if you are a programmer, right? So, but what you want to use, you don't need to even know how to code before you can do that. So that is the header. This image you are looking at here is the header, so where you can add or you can change the header. So that is the header. Let's go back. Then the next thing is plugins. Now, when we're talking about plugins are just additional, codes that or functions that you add to your website if you need them. For example, this is Askimi, used by millions. Askimi is quite possibly the best way in the world to protect your blog from spam. All those people, post spam on blog. So if you use Askimi, they're going to ask them maybe to to check something. It's just like Google Cache, Google Recaptcha, right? So where people have to check that I'm not a robot, just like that. Then this one is just a plugin by WordPress, just like a dummy plugin that is. So you can delete or you can add a plugin. And this is a recent feature by WordPress. Before now, you have to pay for this something like this, but now, if you enable auto update, now it will automatically update anytime they have a new version. Okay, so that is very, very good. So if you install any plugin, you see them there, and then if you want to install another one, you just click on add new or click on the add new here. Then this is user. User is a place where, for example, as you can see, this is my name and I'm the administrator. But if you want, maybe you just bought your domain and hosting and you want someone else to do the design for you, this is where you come and add them as users or administrators. So you just click on add new. So I'm just going to add Emmanuel, for example, as a user. So the name and the email is compulsory. So it's a and name. No, sorry, right? This right? H9 E9 at gmail.com, right? So this name are not that important. He can, by the time he logs in, he can change this stuff himself, right? So the password, now I can decide to save this password and give it to him, or by the time he logs in, you will receive an email. Actually, this is a sent email, new user an email about this account. So you'll receive an email and then you'll be able to change the password if he or she likes. And you can also, if you like, you can also create the password yourself that the person can remember and then send it to the person. Okay, so that's it. Then we're going to add him. So here you can add, these are the different roles in WordPress. We have subscriber, people who just subscribe maybe to just read your blog anytime there is post. Contributor, people can be able to write on your blog. Author, they can also write. The way as they are moving forward, their role is increasing. Editor, the person can edit pages on your website, and the administrator is the sole owner. The administrator is the owner of the blog or the website, and can remove any other person. So let me add him as administrator here. So I'm just going to click on add user. So enter a password. Okay, they're saying I should enter a password. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Administrator. Okay, so yeah, I've generated a password for Emmanuel. So he's going to receive an email, from in this email. So the next thing is tools. Here we have different tools that you can use on your blog. For example, we have available to import. Maybe you want to import, you have been using WordPress.com before, or you are using Blogger, you can come and import your posts, comments, users into this place, right? So that is one of the ways to migrate from Blogger to WordPress, right? So these are other tools. For example, here too, you can import WordPress and so on and so forth. Anything you want to do, these are some of the tools that you find here. As you buy maybe other plugins, you can see more tools showing up here. So, and so on and so forth. Those ones are not that important. So you're just going to go to settings. Settings is very, very important for your blog or WordPress site. So, I said you can change this. So this is where to change it. This is where to change the tagline. Then of course this one is already HTTPS, so this one is fine. This way, if you like, if you want to change your email, you can change it here. Then anyone can, if you want to turn this website to a registration website where people can be able to register, then you have to check this anyone can register, right? So but otherwise just leave it the way it is. Date, the way you want your date to be, the way you want your time to be. Week starts on Monday, Sunday here, right? So just click on save. There is very important thing you need to change, just this very important thing, because it's very good for search engine optimization, or what we call SEO. Okay, so just go to reading, permalinks. Go to permalinks. If you click on permalinks, you change, instead of your blog to be reading date and all of that, it's not really good for SEO, like I said. So the best thing is at least change it to post name, okay? Because this is just a sample of the way it's gonna look. If you put it like that, this is, this is not really awesome. So people most times when they want to click on a link, they want to know what link they are going to, okay? So that is why it's always good to change it to this one. So next one you want to do, but you can actually change it yourself here. Maybe you want to have category first, right? You can just click on category. Where is it? Yeah, this is its category. Then the next thing, if you want the next thing to be maybe the post name, then you can come and put the post name here. So this is amazing too, because if you change this, so it will carry your category. Maybe your blog has different categories like health, relationship. So it's gonna carry health first before the post name. That is if you choose the category. Then if it is a relationship category, it will also choose that, right? So but if not, you can just leave it as this so that you don't confuse yourself. But it's fine. That one too is a good one. So you just click on save. Okay. So next thing is let's see writing. Okay, I think this is fine too. So this is the default category. So if you want the default category to be a blog, you can actually add the category first, then you come and choose it here. So the default category, if you don't choose category, it will just be blog. Okay. Then here is where you put, there are some website that you can ping. If you want to add them, this is where you add those websites. Okay. There are certain websites that enable that. So it's not all website that you can just add. Maybe we can have an update on that later. Okay. So the next one is discussion. For discussion, if you don't want anybody to comment on your blog, right? So you come here, you say allow people to submit comments on new posts. Just uncheck it. You don't want people to be making comments on blog, right? So that you don't be wasting your time to be moderating comments. You can just uncheck that. Okay. And so many other things that you can do here, but this is related to comments. But if you want people to comment on your blog, fine, you can leave it like that. I think we have not checked reading, so let's see reading. Yeah, reading. This is very, very important. Now because this website right now is a blog, so if you leave it here as your latest post, anything that is being posted here will be showing your latest post on your website, right? It will be showing your latest post. So if you post anything, it's going to appear under here. For example, this is the latest post here. That is a blog. But if you want to be a page, then you have to choose this static page, maybe to turn it to a website. So the home page, you will have created that home page, then you now select it here, and then it will become an home page. Then here, you can select a blog, so that anytime you want to post anything, it will be there. Okay, so but let us leave that for now. And the next thing is okay, I've talked about most of the other things that you need to know. So but if you don't want your website to be, maybe you are still working on your website and you don't want search engine to index it, right, or to see it, you can put on here discourage search engines. So let's leave it like this for now. So those are the basic things you need to know about installing website. So in our next class, we are going to build a standard and professional website. A website, in just with just one click, you're gonna see how to build a professional website. But this is just the beginning of it. So I wish you all the best. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I will be so willing to help you. Have a nice time. Bye.